Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm Vitskugga and tonight we'll be playing some Dungeons and Dragons as we continue the new campaign Calamity of Astralia. Not Australia, but Australia. A homebrew campaign that is a bit of steampunk, renaissance and Lovecraft and God knows what else. And in this case I'm God. So yeah. This will be, I believe, yeah, this will be the last session before Christmas break. So don't expect anything next week. We'll be back sometime after New Year. Possibly the day before New Year, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I have anything else to add. Alright, my other campaign on Tuesday will be having their last session on this Tuesday. So you can still see us roleplay there or play Dungeons and Dragons, if anything. Yeah, I think that's about it. Also remember that you can use your channel points to affect the game and the story by giving people nat 1s, nat 20s, advantage, disadvantage, health potions, random treasures. We even resurrect the person who died, as long as they died this session and this session only. There might become other things eventually, possibly after New Year, when I get more time to work through my stream. But other than that, you can always enjoy the story anyway. Also, the music you're hearing and will be hearing during the game is made by Kevin MacLeod, I believe it's said. It's basically what's free to use on Roll20, so that's what I'm using. Easy peasy. I don't think I have anything to add, so let's just get into it and say hi to the players and let's see if they got back from their toilet breaks. So, here we go. Hello everyone.
Howdy.
Hello.
You guys ready for some Dungeons and Dragons?
Always.
Always.
Always, nice. Let's see, we're
Only
missing
if there's
Pellegrin.
tea.
There's always tea.
Oh yeah, we have a Long Island tea.
Oh, don't say that.
God, I don't think we need Marlboro drunk.
No.
We should do
Unless
that
it's a
this
sleepy
session.
drunk, in which case, yes, find all the...
We're going to
It
do
might-
that this
it
session,
might.
I've decided.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. He might be It might actually sober him up and actually talk straight. Goes the complete opposite way.
Yeah, who knows? Either way, here we are. We're back, and as such, one of the players get to do a recap of last session to see if they can remember what's going on, and if they do it properly, they will get a point of inspiration, because then I don't have to remember what they did last week. So, who is the poor soul who wants to do the recap?
But it ain't me.
Nope.
Okay. So apparently my notes from last time were not saved. What the hell? Or did I just write them in the wrong place?
Arbor confused you that much that you don't remember.
Wouldn't surprise me.
You
Yeah.
forgot to take the observer feat.
Yep.
Okay, I
Oopsie.
spent most of last
or
time
the keen
writing
mind
notes,
feat.
and I think I forgot to click save changes.
Well, shit happens.
Yes.
You're still able to try.
Oh yeah, I can probably try from memory.
Or you could just read the Discord server.
I could do that too. Well, since my notes end with after the cultists die, some new horror wakes up on the altar. Let's go from there. The horror in question was a zombie that looked very much like the person we were there to try and find. Didn't really know that when it happened, but it turned out to be. Nessa and the zombie decided to dance around on top of the coffin lid, preventing a second zombie from rising. Meanwhile, was it? Well, Cassie decided that breaking the coffin lid on top of the one to the east was a great idea, even though Rickon asked him to, lure him out of there. So Rickon could ambush him. The third zombie to the west didn't really have the same kind of issues getting out of the sarcophagus and decided to shamble towards us, but met an untimely demise in the form of, adventurers. The cultist that we had knocked out was happily unaware of anything except Oblivion, because he remained knocked out and in Nessa's care, if you want to put it like that. After some fighting of zombies and Marble desperately looking for his tea kettle, we managed to eventually defeat said zombies. Marble still not able to find his tea kettle, and we found out through some evoking of blood magic that Felstadt is in fact a agent of chaos and aligned with a cult called the Black Rose. A cult that seems to pop up whenever chaos and calamity happens. We also learned about a plague that the Black Rose or both them and Felstadt are looking to release upon the world, and that we might be potentially infected with said plague. Good times all around. Rickon decided to go and send for a city guard to call people to our location, while the rest decided to seal off the basement by triggering the mechanism in reverse. Cassie found a good book to read and plopped down in the room where Marlborough had previously taken a nap, and Null decided that Cassie was a great place to put his feet. Eventually, some clerics and some guards showed up, and we got a check from the clerics, and we're preliminarily judged not to have a plague, and we were released under our own care to head back to report to Darius and get a well-deserved nap. Although Marlborough had previously already taken one in the entrance room of the mansion we were in. We also took the horses and the dog with us, because why not? A dog is always useful. That is what I can remember from memory, because my notes are gone.
Yeah, I'd say that's good enough to earn a point of inspiration.
Why, thank you.
So yeah. With that, let's get into tonight's session of Calamity of Astralia. So let's switch music to something more nice, like a tavern. Let's go with this one maybe. Sure.
Why do I just want to turn around and go, care to dance?
Yes.
Keep your hands to yourself, Missy.
I haven't even woken up yet. I'm still just like,
So,
hey, I
You
get a
guys
healing
have-
potion.
yes. So,
Woo,
You guys-
Thank you, Chef Marauder.
had a long night's rest. Resting out the pain and injuries you claimed the previous night and the exhaustion that might have come otherwise. And Nessa, as you wake up, you realize that there's a healing potion by your nightstand. Seems like someone might have left it there.
I look around and say, is there anybody else in my room? Or did we all have our individual rooms?
You all had your individual rooms.
Okay. So I now wondered who the hell got into my room to put a potion on the table without me knowing. So I'm just kind of like sat on the edge of the bed confused. Like looking
Or was
around
it there
like,
yesterday and you just don't remember?
yeah. I'm trying to figure life out of them.
Goblin laughter. Yes.
No.
The tech goblins misplaced it somewhere.
Potion of healing.
Mention them.
So, are you doing anything in particular this morning? Or
I'm
late,
just gonna start.
late morning, I would say.
I'm gonna start putting on my armor, which obviously takes a while.
Yep.
So that's pretty much my morning sorted. And then I will start head down, putting the healing potion into my pouch. Still a bit confused as to where the hell it came from.
Sounds about right. As you come down, the tavern is fairly empty. It's not as crowded as it was the previous night. Most people are probably out working or doing other business. So you have most of it for yourself, with the exception of a couple of gnomes sitting by one table and discussing something. You can see Goliath in the far corner, seeming to drink a large tankard of ale. And you can see two dwarves sitting slightly in the middle of the room, together with let's say a tiefling.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the bar and just wait for somebody to come up and serve me.
Alright. Speaking of serving, the moment you reach there, you are met by our fancy man, Bertrand Hammerfist, who was serving you last night, and he is welcoming you with a smile and says, good morning. What can I do for you today, my lady?
Good morning. I've got a really weird question. But the room's upstairs. When
Yes.
they're hired out, who has access to them?
That would be me or any cleaners, and you.
Okay. I'm just curious, that's all. Yeah. Anything going for breakfast or whatever time of day it is now? What time of day is it now anyway? I mean, I must have
Well-
slept through. Sorry.
We're starting to look towards lunch. It's not quite noon yet. So
Have you got any?
maybe
I'll just take leftovers if you've got any.
we can fix some brunch, maybe.
Oh, or some water will do fine as well. I can make my own lunch.
You expect your friends to be around as well?
I'd expect them to be. Whether or not they do is another thing.
Well, I'll just cook up something. I assume the rest will be down here any moment, so...
Yeah. And a word of warning, maybe get some tea on.
Alright, tea, water, and I guess they have to order if anything else. Alright, you can just go sit in the corner you sat yesterday, and
Okay, thank you.
get some food.
And she'll give a nod and kind of go to the table and kind of sit down.
He nods.
Kind of still scratching her head is like, I've got a healing potion from someone, I still don't know where it came from.
In the meantime, Marlborough, you wake up after a long night's sleep. You can tell that it's very late morning, early noon, and yeah, you're feeling rested. It's an exciting night, for sure. So what are you doing?
Complaining about how uncomfortable this hard mattress is. For these old dragon bones.
Yeah.
I'm going to don my cleric robes, take out my pipe, fill it with my green leaf, and just slowly wake up. Gonna look at the books that I took. Just look them over again, see if anything stands out other than the fact I can't understand it.
Well, the Infernal Journal doesn't have any changes to it. It's just a simple, boring binding, so it's not noticeably an Infernal Journal, if anything. Then you have your other books that you picked up as well, about some religions and such as well. Nothing in particular that stands out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put them on my inside pocket and head on downstairs.
Alright. You see basically the same as Nessa. It's not very crowded. You can see a couple of people sitting around. You can see Nessa by the table you sat by yesterday. And you can see Bertrand by the bar, seemingly waiting for some food and possibly drinks to come out. He's preparing some tea, it seems.
Is he preparing tea, is he?
I already asked him. I asked him to.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over to Bertrand and I'm going to be like, very good, young boy, yes. Over to the table, please. And then I'm going to walk past Nessa onto the next table because I'm blind as a bat anyway. And then I'm going to look very confused because I swear she was just here.
Marba. I'll just kind of like wave. Marba, wrong table.
Yep. I swore you would. Are you magic?
Well, I have some magic, but not the magic of moving tables.
Oh. And he sits down and he just smokes his pipe a bit more. He's still not awake yet.
Nice. While you're doing that, Belegar,
Yes.
you are waking up with a barrel in your face, still stuck to it. However, it's sadly empty, and your head is slightly pulsating, but not too bad.
Well, I inspect the barrel to make sure it's actually empty, and then I bring it, go down the stairs, and I bring it with me. And I sort of go up to the bar desk and say, "You can have it back. Also, bring me a flagon of ale and some breakfast." Then I
Breakfast
go
is
and
on
join
its
the
way,
others.
but I'll prepare some ale for you. That's for
Good.
sure. The others are sitting by the normal table you used yesterday, so you might as well go join them.
I will. And then I go to join them, and I say, "Morning to you all."
Morning. Sleep all right?
I
Small talk's great.
He just woke up with a slight hangover. He's waiting for his ale. His, what's the word? Replenisher?
Hmm.
The day after
Also-
drink.
Also, he's a dwarf.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get to the bottom of what happened. Once the others arrive, of course.
Speaking of others, Noel,
Yes.
you wake up after a long night's rest. You can feel the remnants of a couple of paws on your body, but nothing is there at the moment.
Paws, like cat paws.
Yes.
That freaking cat. What the hell is she doing here? She's supposed to be at home. If it is her. Well, never mind. And I touch my face, but... Oh, God. And I look in the mirror to see scales on my face.
Yes.
Oh, no. I was afraid this would happen someday. But, well, Mother is gonna be happy. So I turn into the old man and I leave the room.
Are the scales still visible, or are you hiding them as
No,
well?
not on the old man. I removed them.
Alright. You see very much the same as the others. Bertrand seems to be waiting for some food, preparing some tea and ale and such. And you see the rest by the table.
Yes, I walk to the barkeep and if you have something to eat, please, and your most popular drink.
Well, food is on its way. You can
Oh,
sit
great.
down by the table. I'll prepare a specialty.
Great. And I walk to the table and sit down.
Alright.
And I pull out 4 small bags. Yeah, small pouches. And set them on the table. 4 of them. While I wait for Cassie to arrive.
Alright. Speaking of Cassie, you wake up and feel reinvigorated, and yeah, it was a really rough night, but you feel so much better with this long night's sleep.
I imagine Cassie wakes up on sleeping on his back, with the book on cults on his face. Because he was like, no, just one more chapter.
Yep, and Sapphire is laying on top of the book.
Hey. Just lift the book. You're heavy. Okay. Okay. Nose is intact. Lizard is intact. Book is intact. Okay, let's go. And picks up his coat. Well, not coat. Robe from the floor. Shakes it off. Looks at it a little bit. And not the worst I've had. Probably not the best I've had. Puts it on. Snaps the belt around it. Holds out his hand, right hand, to let Sapphire climb up on his shoulders before making his way to the dining area of this establishment.
Yep. And you, as all the others, see the fairly empty tavern, although it's getting a bit more crowded with all you guys coming down. So you can see your friends by the table you sat by yesterday. And Bertrand seems to be mixing some sort of drink, and you can see food is... You can smell food being prepared.
Cass is just gonna raise a hand in greeting to Bertrand, and looking over to the others. He's gonna turn over and take a seat.
You want anything special to drink? You hear from across the room.
Oh, if it's hot and has caffeine, that works.
Alrighty then.
Oh, and if you have some fish or something for Sapphire.
Will do.
Thank you. And I imagine he has like a line from where the book has been, where the lizard has just pressed it into his forehead.
Yep.
Morning. Looks like you slept alright.
Oh, the sleep was fine. The waking up was a little rough.
Well, maybe you'll have to get used to it. As I say, it's nice to actually wake up rather than stay dead or asleep or whatever it was.
Considering what we saw last night, if the choice is between staying alive, staying dead, or rising again, the first two choices seem like the best options.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly the norm last night. I've seen my share of things, but that kind of thing, yeah, not the norm.
I have read about such things, but did never imagine I would see some.
No.
And
Last time I died, I just walked away from it.
you died?
Well,
The
what?
last few times. That's another story. I've never been a zombie.
Okay. Remind me to ask that story sometime.
Not that fun for me. But I'm not afraid of heights anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I have something for you. And I make a gesture, and a spectral hand forms from I learned a new trick. And I take the pouches and give them out to
And
everyone.
this is?
A reward. Rick and I already have ours.
Thank you. And I kind of take it and kind of look into it. And just clip it onto my belt.
I get why you like this magic stuff. And just look at the spectral hand like man. Look at the back of my hand, but on the back of that hand. This is awesome.
Oh
Just
yes,
don't-
magic is just brilliant, isn't it? Cassie snaps his fingers, and in it you see a tiny horse running around on his hand.
Also do that. And I snap my finger and do the same thing.
Right? It's really, really fun.
Yeah. But I don't get why you have that book with you all the time. It's so easy to use it without it.
Oh, well, the book helps me focus on more advanced things than illusions.
Oh,
Ooh.
We sharing our magics, and I'm going to use thaumaturgy to turn my eyes a different color.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, oh, speaking of, thank you for reminding me. And for a brief second, you see Cassie's eyes just glow blue, and that blue seems to just encase him as he casts mage armor on himself. After last night, I will rather be prepared than... Well, those needles really, really hurt.
oh yeah. They did.
Speaking of needles, at the same time, Rickon, you wake up. And it was a long, nice sleep.
How do I have anything to do with needles? That was a rubbish connection, Vince.
I know.
Speaking
it
of
was-
needles, oh, Rickon,
Not
you
on
wake
there.
up needles. What the?
It was. I would
Not
say it's
Hunter.
clutching at straws, but he was actually clutching at needles.
No, he wasn't clutching at straws. He was clutching at needles. Needles in a hairstack. That's what he was clutching at.
Yeah, there we go.
Fucking find it
I mean, I would say it was a needle that caused it, whatever the poor cultists explode all over Cassie, but that was a knife.
I mean, it was a needle that threaded the threads into the blankets that you are currently covering yourself with, so...
Speaking of far-fetched connections. Eesh.
Yes. And we
Oh
love
dear.
it. So Rickon, what are you doing after this long, nice sleep?
Probably sleeping in a bit longer than other people because we were up later. We were up later. We were like an hour later, weren't we? So I guess it just
Yeah.
slowly get out of the bed, look into the mirror, see my bed hair, groan, and fall back into my bed. I'll attempt to get ready, wash my face, as I remember that we are meeting up. We are meeting someone in the morning or afternoon. He doesn't know what time it is. He's like, oh, smacking his lips together as his mouth is kind of really dry, after having like a really late night. It's got dry mouth in the morning.
Yeah.
I
Probably
know
drink
what
some
you're
water.
talking about. My throat and mouth are still dry. It's not beer coming.
He's not down yet. But
Well, a lot of this
Yeah,
is happening at the
that
same
ale.
time, so...
we'll get up. Put on all his armor and stuff. Put on his swords. Flex his wrists as he looks down at the veins in his arms. As it kind of feels a bit more powerful than he did yesterday.
Yeah.
And he goes downstairs sheepishly sees everybody in a group socializing. Is like, I think he goes to the bar. Sit at the bar. Like cloak up, just try and hide his his existence. He's like,
Yeah, Bertrand
drink
looks at you and says, "Oh,
tea.
what do you want to
That's
drink?
what-
Tea?
Yeah, tea. Yeah.
All right. And
Don't
breakfast
suppose you
or
have any.
brunch is about to be done."
Right. Yes. What time is it?
Way too late to wake up, but since I hear you had a pretty rough night, I'm pretty sure it's granted. So, I guess you can just sit down with your
done.
friends.
So, right. You want to sit down with. I guess I could. I've only known them a day though, so not quite friends yet. I don't think.
Hey, come sit at the plague table.
Oh, no, they've seen me. Oh, okay. Right, I'll go
'Cause-
sit over
'Cause,
there.
yeah, that's what you want to call in a medieval town.
I don't suppose you have the tea from the Amaterasu. Amaterasu. Any like red tea, anything like
I
that?
think I might have some left. I need to restock on that, but I think I have a couple of leaves left, enough for a few cups. So sure,
Yeah.
I'll make some Amaterasu tea. We have some black and green tea. Depends on what kind you would like, but
I'll have the green one then. I have to prefer the red ones. The green one will do.
yeah, the red ones are out, sadly. But I'll make some green one and come over with it, so you can sit down by your friends. I believe Darius was supposed to come here soon, so
Yep.
you might as well just start eating and drinking. I'll come out with the food in a few seconds. So,
Cool. Right.
all right.
And I'll just run and walk a bit stiffly towards the group table. Sit, pull the chair out like all the way. Almost. He's just sitting there. And just look down and watch Many bouncing up and down.
Yeah, you can see the others comparing magic.
Yeah,
Cassie looks over. Sorry.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not. He's not going to compare magic because his magic is stab. So he doesn't really want to cut his hand and be like, look what I can do. Probably not. Something he was, yeah.
Marber at this time, forgetting he's using thaumaturgy, is gonna say good morning, but his voice is gonna boom outwards.
Oh, God.
So he's good morning.
That's not loud.
No, still early. Well, not really, but yeah.
That was loud. Okay. I was gonna say the same thing, but I'm not sure anyone can hear me now.
We use our inside voices. Inside.
Oh, hey,
Who
Rickon.
needs who needs a broomstick when you have that demented old scrote? He's
Oh,
quite
yeah.
Because it
sober.
lasts for a minute, I'm gonna turn around and go, I'm sorry, guys!
Tune it down. Okay, I know. You don't have to pretend to be a dragon first thing in the morning.
I just tell him in Draconic, bara, shut up. And I take my mage hand and bara, close his mouth. Yes.
Well, Rickon, you seem to be moving like I am feeling. So, I'm not sure you were the one who got stabbed in the gut yesterday.
Don't think I got stabbed at all. Oh no, wait, I stabbed myself. But that's it.
Oh, on that note, your magic is really fascinating. I don't think I've ever. I think I've read something about people who use blood magic, but I've never actually seen it used before.
I think the more I use it, the more potent it gets. I'm feeling a little bit stronger this morning.
Oh, you too? Well, I did find this. I did find a couple of scrolls with magic on them, and I really need to take some time and copy into my book. But it feels like I feel like my power has increased. It's like I can use more magic.
It's I read this theory when I was younger and up in the castle doing my studies. I read a theory on how magic is like muscles, and the
Oh.
more you stretch and break it, the stronger they get. So typically if it's more combat related, you are more likely to become stronger. So training every day won't necessarily make you strong, but if you were to use it in different stressful situations, it empowers you. Why adventurers typically seem to be more stronger than regular magicians and whatnot.
That is a fascinating theory. That is true. I never actually thought about it like that. No, we should probably test that at some point. Although my magic is usually for misdirection and getting others to do what I want. It's not so much as actually, attacking.
You might want to reconsider your spell choice if you're going to carry on working for.
Oh yeah, I do have one spell in the book that I've copied a while back, and I also found two others yesterday that I need to copy into my spell book. I haven't looked at them yet, but the one I have can, I can make 3 projectiles fly out and hit the target. And they never miss.
Nice.
I just need to practice it a little bit. I'm not... Like I said, I'm more of a misdirection and... Well, for those... I hate to use the word, but it is described as an enchanter.
Well,
At this point,
I think-
just gonna shortly interrupt that and say at this point, Bertrand is coming out with the food and drinks and serving it to everyone. So there's a large plate filled with all different kinds of food, both meat and bread and fish and eggs, and there's also some kind of stew, seems, as well as all the drinks, of course.
While this conversation has been going on, I've had the mage hand. I've been trying to smoke my pipe, but my mouth isn't opening. Because I can't see the hand, it's out of my view of vision.
Nice.
Just this image of a dragon, like,
Oh, sorry. And I remove it.
Your Thermatage best be gone, dragon. Because if you scream out loud again, I will sever your vocal cords. Loud noises.
I'm gonna say
are not
I hope
something
so
I
too.
enjoy.
I hope so too, and this is where I leave it up to the will of the DM. Has it been more than a minute?
Yes, it has.
I hope so. Oh wow, it's rather quiet in here. Has anybody noticed the sound difference? It's amazing.
Well, I can hear myself think now.
Give me my tea before he mistakes it for his. And I'll go grab my tea.
Yeah.
Quickly check them both. And that's green. Yeah, that's mine.
Every
I'll pop.
second, the mug, like the rim of the mug, turns to ice. Reckon you forgot something.
What?
Well, it is polite to say please.
I wasn't really brought up with manners.
Well, then I can teach you some. When someone brings you
I just
something,
want my tea.
I don't begrudge you that at all. And instead, the mug turns a cozy warm. Just remember next time when someone brings you something you really want, and you ask for it, you add a please at the end. People will like you more then.
He just grumbles and then starts pouring it in almost. Kind of, you know, the way they do it in Japan, where they kind of go upwards with the kettle and then down, and then I give a little stare, sniff it, and then doing a lot of ritualistic things with the tea, and then I finally take a drink.
Hey, Cassie,
Hmm?
can you cool down my ale, please?
Of course. And he just touches the side of the tankard, and you feel like a tiny bit of frost move down. Not not enough to actually freeze it, but enough to cool it down.
You missed the trick with that one. You could have done what they did in the D&D movie. Do you know where she puts a finger in it? Oh, I didn't know you was going to put your finger in it.
I haven't seen that movie.
You never seen the D&D movie?
No.
Oh my god, you need to watch it.
You need to watch
You're
it.
watching
It's
it tonight.
amazing.
You're not allowed to
Literally.
sleep before you sleep.
Right.
See it.
Yeah, literally, like, I'll describe the scene, right? He's got a really hot tea, and he asked a red wizard to cool it down, and she puts a finger in it and turns it to ice, and he goes, oh, I didn't know he was going to put your finger in it. I'll have that later.
Wow. Okay. He asked. Okay. He asked the red wizard. Okay.
Cool down his tea, yes.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
She just
I'm
full on
so-
sticks a finger in it.
I'm surprised
Straight
he didn't
all
try
the
to
way
freeze
down
his
to the bottom.
entrails.
Oh, could you cool this down? Oh, you're putting your finger in it? I didn't realize you. I'll drink that later. It's Hugh Grant, so it's hilarious.
Yeah. I still can't believe you've not seen the D&D movie.
Yeah, shame on you.
I haven't watched a movie in almost 5 years.
Oh, you need to watch that one.
Yeah,
It's in
you
order.
do need to watch the D&D. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so
I
much,
will
so
at
much,
some point.
so many references, and so much he keeps up with. Even the battle, everything happens in 6 seconds.
Yeah, I've seen trailers and the clips.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
much
anyway,
good
back to my
inspiration
thing.
as well.
What was we actually on about?
Anyone
Was-
else
yeah.
need some form of heating, cooling?
I'm fine. I'm fine. And Nessie will just take some of the stew and kind of start eating it.
See, laddie, that's how it's done. And then he starts drinking the ale. Thank you.
What's the stew? Is it like a? Is it a Brunetta special or what?
It's a very common dish in Brunetian Kingdom, where it's meat, pieces of meat, and potatoes, carrots, and some black pepper, and yeah, little different things. Like
Just a regular stew.
Just a regular stew. Very common.
I love that stew.
Yeah.
Made of
Well, I'm not
wood.
having stew for my breakfast, so I'll just have some
And-
bread and fruit if there's any there. And that's pretty much all I have.
And the liquid, is that ale, I presume? It's boiled in ale.
Yep.
I love that stew. Made it many times. IRL.
Beef and guineas. Ah.
Yeah.
Cassie grabs some bread and some of the fish and some tea, and then he starts slowly, like, breaking fish into pieces for Sapphire.
Yeah. Sapphire eats hungrily.
I also take a piece of fish, and then I take my knife, and and the green flame comes onto it, and I start to grill the fish. And then I eat a piece.
Oh, that's a beautiful use of green flame blade. Ah.
I mean, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
And then I look at what my specialty drink was, and taste it.
Alright. So it has a very odd, peculiar taste. You can sense strong hints of coffee. While there's also hints of cinnamon, mint, and a dash of orange. But you can also feel that there is it cognac?
Well, perfect. I get... What is it? I get alert, and I get drunk at the same time. Perfect. And I take a big swig.
Yep. After a while, after you started eating and getting into your drinks and such, you can hear the door opening with some bells ringing, and you can see Darius coming in, and he seems pretty tired at the moment.
Does he have like a translator with him or something?
Huh? Does he have?
Does he have anyone with him, like a translator?
Yeah. You can see what seems to be looking like a normal librarian following him inside.
I make two arrows pointing to our table in there.
So you,
Nesso kind of just under a regular show off,
yeah.
feeling all left out that she's not really magic user. She just hits things with things.
Hitting things with things are the best things you can hit with. So Darius walks over. He kind of just quickly dashed by the bar and asked for a coffee. which he gets quite quickly, and he moves over to your table, accompanied by this librarian, who seems to be a human male, with a small pipe beard and a twirly mustache like this, and rat gray brown hair, and Darius says, "Well, I see you all have finally woken up. It's the third
We've
time
had
I
a busy
come
night.
by." Busy night is the least thing I'd had, you could say. Or you could say that at the least. Yes, that's the word. Yes. Yeah, I need a coffee and I need a bed. But yeah, I see that you all have awoken at least. I've been here 3 times today in hopes of you being awake, but third time's the charm, I guess. So, how are you guys feeling?
Still tired.
Like I got stabbed in the gut by needles, then run over by a zombie.
Fairly good.
Accurate.
A normal day's work.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it normal, but
In a sense.
for based on what you've been through last night, I would say you have accomplished quite a lot more than any normal person would. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you for assisting us in this and for digging up so much information that you did. It has helped us immensely this night, which is why I'm so fucking tired, because I've been doing so much. So, to start with, we would of course love to offer you a place in our services to keep doing what you have been doing. Hopefully not as exciting as last night was. Probably a bit more safer, but you never know apparently these days. You would of course be rewarded for your services. And we've also discussed accommodations for you, since Rickoner said you might not want to be in a public place like this after last night's endeavor. So we have been solving that. And yeah. I want to hear your opinions. Any thoughts? Any ideas? Any wishes after last night?
I take out the 2 letters. I think there were letters that I got rushed and given to last session. And
Letter
then
and a list.
that's the one.
Yeah, you had a list.
And I then slide it over on the table and go, well, we had these as well. You might want to add them to your thing.
Yeah, we were told you had some sort of list, and
there it is.
Over to Marber and said you had a journal, I believe.
Did we have a journal? Did we have a journal?
Yes,
you
it's
did.
you have the journal, the infernal one.
And he sits there smoking his pipe while he's thinking about it, trying to remember where he put it.
Well, I guess you can start translating the list to begin with. And he looks at the human librarian, and he starts looking through it. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So, and Marbus opens up his and pulls out the book.
Well, there that is as well, I guess. So what I can see from this list is basically it's a list of ingredients or arcane components, including some illegal ones and some unknown ones. Seems to be part of some magical spell casting. I'm not too informed into the arcane, but I can definitely see that it's meant for a ritual of some sort. Since
Well, we
it
did,
contains human blood and yeah.
Oh, I do apologize. We did interrupt a ritual yesterday where they turned people into zombies.
Well, then this list makes a bit more sense. Because there's rotten flesh in it, and there's human blood, and there's some other very questionable magical components that should not be in the hands of just anyone. So I would suggest that this is a very illegal rite. Most likely very evil. Especially if it's undead, then it's not pretty good, I think.
I don't particularly know that much. I never studied the never studied necromancy myself, but I do know that there are people at the school who are knowledgeable in those arts.
In my history of travels, would I have noticed something along the necromancy path? What with my history of reading books and stuff to do with life domain?
Make a history or religion check.
Let's go religion on that one.
Alright.
Oh. So 17.
So you have stumbled upon
Oh, did it twice by accident.
all good. You have stumbled upon necromancy in your studies and short travels, and you know that there is a couple of gods that are involved in such things. You have Vecna, for example, who's a known evil god, although shrouded in mysteries. There's also Orcus. You know that there is also Jurgle, who is a scribe, although you're not sure if he is any connection with undead, but of the dead and tombs is very common connection to. You also know that there are some other more unknown gods or beings that might be in this area of expertise, but nothing that rings to your eyes too much. You also know that there are, of course, magical schools that deal with necromancy, usually to gain more power or in exchange of service to these gods, for example, or other beings. And nothing that has poked up or anything like that. It's very far-fetched undead necromancy kind of magic would be on the loose, but you also witness it last night, so hard to tell.
Fair enough. Feels like Jason's going to be the next necromancy target at this point.
Just get rid of phlegm
Yeah.
on my chest.
So
I hope. Unless it's another bout of cold.
yeah.
Hopefully not.
Darius says, well, that does make a good connection at least. I guess we'll investigate this list a bit more with the ingredients and see where they might have achieved them. A lot of these ingredients are illegal though, so we must have to investigate the black market, which we might need your help with, probably. We've also been looking
No,
into...
or all of us in particular.
I mean, all of you, of course. I feel like it would be a bad idea to send someone alone at this point. More than just scouts.
I suppose Cassie could try to pass off as a necromancer. Maybe we wear something other than blue.
Cass is gonna feign in being indignant and just. I beg your pardon. No, I mean I could try, but I had nothing about. Although, no, that doesn't count. There was a spell scroll, but although that is a necromancy spell, I don't think that would count. I mean, I could, like I said, but.
Well, first of all, we need to know where these fuckers are, which we don't. So, there's no point in infiltrating something we don't know yet. But it might come in handy at some point, and maybe you'll learn more until then. But we'd prefer if you guys work together and not alone. Especially since you seem to have a good combination of skill sets. You complement each other in strengths and weaknesses. I feel like it's a very good group. We have also investigated the docks for possible leads on Lord Felstad's son and his family, but so far we have not really found any results. He seems to be missing.
His brother seems like the most important individual you need to find.
Possibly, yes. But
I know of a spell that could be useful, but I do not have the power to use it yet.
Enlighten me.
Well, in my studies, and I have it written in my spell book. It's a spell that lets you probe into the minds of others, reading their thoughts. But I do not have that power yet. My magic is too weak.
Well, probing into the minds of others is questionable, but also very useful. So, if you manage to get your hands on such skills, it could be coming in handy.
As far as I know, you get more truth that way than you get through torture.
Speaking of torture, how's the cultist?
So, regarding the cultists that we have interrogated all night, we haven't got a lot of clues. What we do know is it seems like this group of cultists' main base is in the Raksul Empire. However, they seem to be spread out across all continents and all countries. So there are groups here, there are groups in Coraline Kingdom and Sidician Kingdom and Amaterasu Kingdom and yeah. They seem to be everywhere. So that's a bad thing. We also know that the plans, which you already slightly informed us of, is to somewhat overthrow the Edelstaff family and take over the city, infecting it with undead, and move on from there. So I guess we stumbled them on that goal. However, we don't know much else. They might have backup plans, so we have increased security, especially around Lady Edelstaff. Since Rickon is not really as known to be present, we think you'll be fine. Also, people won't expect you to walk the streets of the common people too much. So, you should be fine.
Might want to tell the bartender to keep my identity under wraps then, since he seemed to know exactly who I was straight away, and...
Oh, what
I'm not
identity
afraid
do
of
you
letting
want
it.
then?
What?
What do you want for identity then?
Rick Featherman?
Rick Federman?
It's a play on words.
Well, alright, Mr. Featherman. Should keep that in mind.
As far as I could tell, I do apologize for interrupting. It seems that there's some connection with this Black Rose cult, perhaps? Now, I don't
Yes.
expect cultists to be that dumb, but should you stumble upon rose markings, it might be worth investigating.
We have been looking into it, but we have so far not found any clues or any people with such markings. The only one is the actual cultist we have, although it was hard to find. But we shall keep looking into it. Let's take a look at that book though as well, to see if there's any clues. And it takes the journal from you, Marber, and hands it over to the librarian, who seems to be looking through it for a bit. And after a while, he says, very interesting. So it seems to be depicting a lot of Sir Royland's downfall after the late Lord Adelstaff had to change some regulations in the trading. I believe that kind of put Lord Felstad in some trouble, and it seems to be showing through this journal quite a lot. Especially with the legalization of the emission dust and seditium regulations. It seems like he's been dealing with illegal trading of that in the Raksul Empire and Northwood Kingdom as well, where it's...
And my father's new regulations squandered that?
No, he seemed to be doing it just fine, but in this journal it seems like he went through quite a lot of travesty, if you could say such things. On top of that, it describes a bit of how he seems to be a fanatical believer in Raksul Empire rising to the top of the world. About acting like a loyal Brunetian servant in public. And he seems to have a lot of connections. We do know he got into drinking, which is depicted here as well. And seems like things turned upside down for him. And yeah, seems like his wife had an affair with his brother. And his son seems to have been working for the Adelstoff family business in the docks. Which means I guess he disliked it quite a lot, since he decided that it was worthy enough to sacrifice his son. What else?
He killed his son?
I'm not sure he killed him, but he's definitely been infected with whatever this vile plague is. The only one he really cared for, what that was left, was Alicia Felstad, the young lady of the Felstad family. Which is why she was, I guess, protected, although in a way sent to a cult to serve them until the last breath. So, not sure if that's too good, if you want to save your daughter, but, you know, whatever. What else do we have here? Well, it says he was turned into a vampire by another imprisoned vampire in a dungeon somewhere in the Raksul Empire. So that's interesting. He seemed to be very invigorated by these new powers and decided to use them to take over Adelstoff City. Oh, this is bad though.
God.
It seems like he was behind the tragedy at the Adelstoff Castle a couple of years ago. He
What?
apparently was the one, or at least involved in sending some werewolves to attack the mansion. They tried to kill everyone, but apparently, as we all sadly know, is they just managed to kill the lord and lady, leaving the son and daughter alive. Rickon here being the son. And he has been trying to lead the city to its dismay since then, but has been unsuccessful, since Lady Relissa was quite effective in taking over the leadership. So he kind of disappeared after that and became initiated into this Black Rose kind of thing. And it seems like they've been preparing some vile plague since then. It says here as well, it's spreading a virus through bites from zombies. It will take a few days before they start to slowly die and turn into a zombie themselves. The plan is to be having it spread all over Adelstoff, with one mind controlling them, and then after that they want to move on to other places as well. It seems like his family is his family has been infected, and his brother has been sent to Coraline Kingdom apparently, while his wife was sold as a slave in the Sudesian Kingdom. His son has been kept here on the dock, spreading it through homeless prostitutes, merchants, and sailors. So that's about what I can tell from these journals. And it seems to be a very troublesome situation you got on your hands, Darius, and your friends. Anything else you need translated? Or can I go now?
I'm getting major Squidward vibes off of this librarian.
Oh,
SpongeBob.
if you wouldn't mind, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, sir.
Sicket.
Oh, Master Sekit, if I could get a written translation of this, that would be excellent. I'm willing to pay you, of course.
I'll write something together. You can get it, I guess. Fine. Anything else?
No, I thank you very much.
You can send the payment to the library. Send it to a letter naming it to Seket, High Librarian of Edelstaff, please.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you. Now, I have a lot more interesting and more important things to do than translating literature, so if you would please excuse me. Have a nice day. Good evening, day, bye. And he leaves. Darius just right, so
Yeah, Rickard's kind of got his hands gripped on the table, like white knuckled, as he's got his head down and he's almost convulsing slightly, shaking, and he stands up and he leaves the room and he'll go upstairs in a very angry manner.
Do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it? Nah, I'm not
Do
gonna.
You stay here, I'll follow him. He can't hurt me.
There's that guy!
And I'm pretty sure if he starts swinging at you, well, he's gonna break his knuckles against your armor.
More than likely.
He
well,
can't hit
either
me,
way-
but he won't get hurt.
Either way, he should be fine eventually. I can only imagine the pain of knowing who is behind the murder of his father and mother, and almost the
That's-
murder of himself and his sister.
That's what worries me.
Of course.
I haven't gone through that pain myself, but I can only imagine the thoughts going through his head, and well, if it had been me, I would have been tempted to do something incredibly rash and stupid.
I would assume that as well. So,
If you excuse me, Cassie is going to grab a handful of the fish in his right hand and then just follow. Meanwhile, just holding it up to Sapphire.
Darius in the
I'm just gonna
meantime
follow.
says... Darius
Family,
in
yeah?
the meantime is just saying, well, this is some pretty bad news. But at least we know his brother, his son should be on the dock still.
So, you want us to go find out? I mean, come on, you don't have to hint that not that much, right?
it would be appreciated since you guys have pretty good skills in finding things. So if you could maybe investigate the docks.
Why didn't you just say so? It's easy to just ask.
Well, I didn't know more details until now, so now I know the details and now I know what needs to be done. So it would be great if you could investigate the docks to see if you can find the son, Roy Felstad.
At this point, Marb was going to put the plate he was licking down and be like, another adventure. Don't you understand? My knees take a day to repair. My back needs 3 days before I can move. Yes, I'm telling him it all needs to realign.
I'm going to do this, right? I'm just going to kind of put my hand out to Amaba and just go silence and cast command on him. The wisdom saving throw DC 13.
Wisdom.
He's a cleric. He's a cleric.
Yeah.
He's having
I know.
wisdom spell.
I can live in hope. Yep.
Yeah, you feel like you're compelled to shut up, but you manage to resist that feeling. So you're not silenced, but free to do whatever you want, really.
I just waved the hand. I'm like, just.
Also, while you're investigating, it could be good to see if you can find any traces of this plague. If you find any homeless people or any beggars, whores, or otherwise. See if you notice any undead tinge from them. Try to stay away from it, or at least avoid getting bit by them.
Okay. Don't get bit. Yeah. Sounds easy enough.
Also check with the dock workers. Maybe they have any information on possible ships or captains that might have taken them elsewhere should you not find them.
Okay. Sounds good.
You of course will be paid. Let's say 20 gold pieces each for any information you can find on him. Maybe more, depending on what information you find. If you manage to find him and catch him, you'll obviously get recompensated a lot more.
Okay.
But I expect the worst, so...
Well,
Can I just ask, how much authority do you have over the docks?
I mean, we have 3 docks. 1 in each district.
Let's just say you walk to the dock, say, I'm gonna investigate, can I see your storage? Would they open it for you? Just hypothetical.
You better give us one of those the thing that stamps on a piece of paper and you show it to people and yes, I know the one you the seal.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think we can use
okay.
Darius as the seal.
I can arrange.
Forget I said anything.
I can arrange something. Let's see if I have the parchment. He picks up a piece of parchment, a quill, some ink, and what seems to be one of those sigil stamps kind of thing. Wax seals, that's the one. And he starts writing, and you can see he's basically giving you authority to investigate on behalf of the commander, and any resistance is to be regarded as criminal activity. And you have full authority to investigate. And he burns some wax, melts it, and put it on by his signature and puts down his stamp on it. This should be enough.
Thank you. And I roll it up and put it in my inner pocket.
Don't abuse it.
This one? No.
Good.
Thought of about 50 ways that I'm gonna abuse the shit out of this.
Yeah. I'll leave it to you guys. I'm very confident that you can handle this. Do it professionally. You've been highly climbed above my expectations during this evening, previous evening. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing your future work.
I have one more question, just. In the book, there was mention of werewolves.
Yes.
In case we're gonna meet some in the future, would it be possible to have your smiths silver or weapons?
I'll see what I can do, but it will cost you.
I know the expertise is terrible, but maybe just the price of the silver?
We'll look into it.
Yeah. I know Rickton wants his. I believe he spoke of something about that.
Yeah. Well, we do have a blacksmith that can do it, but he's also very strict in getting properly paid. So depends on what kind of information you find out and such. Maybe we can get some sort of arrangement, such. And if you have any questions regarding the werewolves, I sadly can say that Rickon probably knows the most. Or later,
Yeah, I
Relissa.
thought.
Relissa and Rickon, they were having the first-hand experience, so. But yeah,
Terrible thing that happened.
it is. But the city has managed well, especially with Lady Adelstuff taking over. She's been ruling this city immaculately. So I hope to keep it that way. And those who oppose it shall die. So any questions before I leave, by the way?
Nope, none whatsoever.
No.
Alright then. I'll leave it to you guys and give my regards to Rickon when he returns. And if you need anything, you can find me at the barracks, or if you need anything, Lady Adelsov is more than likely to accept any request you might have. So her door is always open, mine is always open. But yeah, I bid you adieu. Good luck. And see you soon. And he chugs his cup of coffee. Oh, it's cold now. God damn it. And
If
then
only
he
Cassie was here.
walks out. In the meantime, Rickon, what are you doing?
Can I just say before you do that, Nessa would literally get up straight after him and go, "I'll meet you at the docks," and walk straight out. She wouldn't have waited. She'd have just got up and walked out.
Who did she say that to? Everyone else? Or?
To Noel, Arbor, and I always forget Ducky's name.
Alright. Belligar, yeah.
Yeah, and literally go get Rickon, get Cassie. I'll meet you at the docks.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. So you leave the tavern for the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Rickon, what are you doing then?
I'll be running / stumbling to my room. So I'll probably kind of end up, as I kind of like run around the corner, I'll just crash into the wall, and then I'll stumble a bit and get back up, and then I run into my room and slam the door behind me. And just try to calm down. I'm very upset at this information. Not the type of information I expected to get anytime soon. He assumed it was only werewolves behind it. He didn't know anybody. He didn't know the master or planet or anything.
Yep.
He knows there was a pack leader of the werewolves, but that's about it.
Yep. So Cassie, you follow upstairs. You can probably hear him stumbling and slamming all the way up. So
Cassie's gonna take it a lot slower and then wait for door to slam shut and then walk up to the door and knock on it.
Yep.
Hey, Rickon, are you doing something stupid?
Kind of grunting noise, and I say, I'm doing the smartest thing I can right now.
That doesn't fill me with a whole lot of confidence.
Nothing. I won't reply or anything. I've got my back up against the door, keeping it slammed closed. Is there any, like, key for it? Do I have a key for it?
Yeah, you have a key for it.
I'll lock it and I'll keep the key in my side of the door.
Alright.
I'll just...
I don't think Cassie would even notice that. His perception is rubbish. But he's not gonna break in either, anyway. Well, I'm not even gonna pretend to know how you're feeling, because, I mean, the closest I've been to tragedy was nearly blowing myself up. Just saying, if you need something to take some anger out on, I am very good at creating illusions.
More grunting, and it's just like, I don't, leave me alone. And that's it. Maybe a few more slamming.
Just saying, As long as you don't take your aggression out on, yourself, we're good.
Yep, nothing. Yeah, no. He's biting his tongue on that one. Probably doing damage to his tongue.
Yep.
1 hit point of damage through biting.
I'm happy to put 1 point of hit point if that's what it sounds.
How hard are you biting?
Hard enough to feel pain. Try and anchor himself.
You don't take any damage, but
Okay.
it hurts at least.
Can I do? How do you do? I'll have to message you about that later. Oh wait, I can just do that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm good.
like I said, the only big tragedy in my life was nearly blowing myself up through a dumb mistake on my own. But I feel that we know who did it. We know what he is. If you want to team up, we can find out every little thing there is to find about how to obliterate vampires. I am very good at finding information.
I know how to kill vampires. And then, with that thought in his mind, thinking, oh wait, I actually do know how to kill vampires because this is what I trained for. The door unlocks. I open it. I have a very steely look in my eyes, and I push past Cassie and start walking.
Not how I intended this to go, but at least you're talking again.
Oh, you kind of pushed me in a direction. Maybe not a direction you want, but a direction. It's gonna go to. Well, unless anybody's asking where he's going, then he's not going to say anything. But he is going to go to the Royal Blacksmith.
Alright.
He doesn't know about the ducks or anything yet. And neither does Cassie.
Nothing? Yeah, neither does Cassie. Cassie's gonna join the others. I think he's going to be okay. We might have to prevent him from doing something incredibly stupid, not to himself. If that makes sense.
You can see Rickon starting to walk towards the door.
Well, stomp.
Some stuff.
Hold on. I need. How far is that? I have to be within 10 feet. Oh well.
Well, for what?
Cassie would have just created sparks under your feet if you had been close enough. For each stomp, like just emphasizing.
I mean, I have bending armor, so I think people would get out of my way.
Oh no, it's just because it's funny.
Probably not the time to do that.
No. Cassie would have found it funny though.
Yep.
I have no idea where he's going, but at least I think he's not, like I said, not going to do anything incredibly stupid to himself. Although he might still be planning to do something incredibly stupid.
I'll have to watch that.
Well, I might have reminded him that our target is a vampire, and I think I heard him say something about he knows how to kill them. Now, considering that that vampire shrugged off a spell like it wasn't even there, and then just left as if we were nothing, I don't think it's a very good idea for Rick to take on a vampire of that caliber on his own.
Yeah, maybe we should stop him. Or at least ask where he's going.
Yeah.
I rush after Rickson to try and figure out where he's going.
And I follow him.
Now, where's Nessa?
Oh, she left. Said she was gonna meet us at the docks.
Right.
For her engagement or something. Probably.
Well, I'll follow you guys. You know where we're going. I don't.
Margaret, what are you doing then? In this commotion?
Watching it all unfold, and then once we know where we're going, I'm going to go up to my room. I'm going to get the vow that I first wore, as not everyone likes a Dragonborn. And I'm going to come down and be like, come on then, let's be off. And as he goes to walk away, his knees are just going to pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
And another one who walks the way I feel. Right.
I feel by the time he's done that, I've got a very good head start. By the time the old man's gone to get his stuff.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or well,
Yeah.
you would have gotten a.
I'm not walking normally, I am speed walking.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
see.
Nolbar rushes after you after a little while.
Yeah, so Null would at least be able to keep visual on you. And I would say Belagar would have vision on Null, and I would say Cassie and probably you, Margaret, would have visual on Belagar. So, you know where someone is.
It's the visual train.
Yes.
We're watching each other.
Follow the shop.
Until somebody misperceives and starts following somebody else and ends up in the marketplace. When did that happen?
Yep.
No one has any plan, everyone is just following everyone else.
I've got a plan. I'm gonna go
Cassie
to
and
the doctor
Malbar
very
just
quick.
end up following a child and getting like nearly arrested for it. They're following Malbar and then they get they're following the dwarf and then they get confused with like a kid. That one was weird.
Yep. Well, while you guys are running / walking / training towards the Royal Blacksmith, what are you doing, Nessa? You are on the way to the docks. Which docks are you going to?
I was just told the docks. I'm going to go to the closest one to me and then work my way through them because I was told that there's stuff at the docks I need to find out. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so you go to the middle class docks then,
Yep.
where most business happen, which is probably the best start as well. It's also pretty big, which you notice when you arrive.
I'm not literally talking to anybody yet. I'm just literally looking around, observing. So I'm looking for anything such as the rose symbol, anything that's untoward, people that generally look shifty. I know it's the docks, then that could be everybody, but generally just something that looks untoward.
Alright. Make me a perception check then.
Yeah, I needed to roll something tonight.
Yeah.
Boop. 14.
Alright, so as you sort of glide through the docks, looking around, you don't see anyone with a black rose. You see someone with a red rose, where it says mom on it. And seems to be this really burly dock worker, thick handlebar mustache and mutton chops. And other than that, nothing regarding a black rose or rose in general pick your attention. You can see different merchants having some sort of market place where they are selling things, although it's not in the actual bazaar where most trading happens. So this is a separate, smaller market thing for those who couldn't afford to be in the bazaar or didn't have enough time to find a spot. You can see people walking by with wares going onto ships, some going to this really large tower where you can see this airship hovering above, about 500 feet above. And,
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't really see anything else. You can see a couple of beggars. You can see maybe one or two ladies of the night, if you will, standing in alleyways waiting for customers. You can see some homeless person maybe begging, stuff like that. You can see the occasional pickpocket lurking around.
I'll observe one of the pickpockets.
Alright.
Watch the trade.
Yep.
So to speak.
Yeah, the one you're watching seems to be a young boy. Maybe 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be following this really large merchant. Seems to be slowly trying to move closer to his pouch hanging from his belt. And you can see that he seems to be succeeding without the merchant noticing.
I will follow as closely as I can without the boy seeing.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he succeeds, I will snap my hand out and grab his wrist with the pouch in it.
Alright, make I guess it would be strength versus dex. So
So just straight strength.
you can use athletics.
Same thing anyway, but 23.
Yeah, so you manage to definitely grab hold of the arm. And you can just see him. What are you doing? Stop. Please.
I will I will kind of shake his wrist, so he drops the pouch onto the floor.
All right.
And as he does, I'm assuming the coin purse will go like ding off, like kind of metal
Yeah.
sound as if falling coins,
Yep.
and kind of turn around and go, "Hey, mister, you dropped this," and kind of hand him it back.
Oh, thank you. Don't want to have it hand over to the wrong hands now, do we?
No,
Here,
not
here.
indeed.
Here, have a copper piece.
Nah,
you.
take it. Give it to the kid.
Why should I give it to the kid? And then he walks away.
Charity. Oh, fine. I can then look to the child and just go, "You work the streets often?"
Well, when you're pickpocket like me, then yes.
Okay then. Want to earn some honest coin?
I don't know. Depends on what the honesty is.
Well, working the streets, you obviously know things that go on around here. Anything untoward? Anything about a black rose? Possibly some sort of cult going around? Any rumors?
I mean, there's at least a couple or more cults kind of hide in different places and doing their secret night. I don't know what to do. Black Rose. How much is it in for me, by the way?
Depends on the information.
Starting price.
I didn't think I said anything. I said it depends on the information.
Well, my information depends on your payment as well.
Then we're at an impasse. Now, leave. And if I see you try that again, I'll be telling. I'll literally shout for the guards. Listen, you had the opportunity to earn honest coin when you passed it up. That
I didn't
offer
pass
still
it
stands.
I said the information depends on the pay because I don't know if my information is that cheap. Information is money.
Indeed. Okay. I'll pull out a gold coin and kind of like just flick it in the air and kind of like catch it.
He looks at it with somewhat big eyes. Two of those. I'll tell you everything.
Depends on if you tell me worthwhile information. Yeah, sure.
Alright, so I know there's at least 3, possibly 4 cults, I'm not sure. Each are worshipping different gods, I believe. I have no real clue of what gods there are, but they seem to have different markings on them or different styles. I haven't really seen a lot of the Black Rose, although I have seen 2 people the last week at least that has that symbol on their arm. But that's probably the only thing I've ever seen of them. Otherwise, it's just rumors. Like they're holding up somewhere in some of the rich district and doing some weird stuff. I heard they had a entanglement with authorities, I guess, last night. So I guess that's the main information. I guess one of them came on What ship was it? Um, I think. Yeah, I think it was Lady Horizon. One of them came on that ship. I believe the other one I saw. He was going on one of those big airships, I believe. But he left though. That one left. I don't know where that ship goes to. I don't have access to the airship area. It's very strict security there, so it's hard to get by. Especially
Well, that
for
makes
someone
sense,
like
but-
me.
Indeed. And what did this swan that stayed, that came on this Lady Horizon, look like?
Well, he looked very strange. Like he was very tall and slim, but he also had this this unnatural look to him. I don't know. It was kind of creepy actually. I had quite a bit of a suntan actually. And he had at least 20 piercings in his face. He was quite a piece of art, or whatever to call it. I'm not an art expert.
Okay. And you say that he was held up in some sort of rich place, or that was the rumor?
Well, I only saw him on the docks here, but I heard rumors from others in my line of business that apparently there's some sort of cult gathering in some of the rich man place, and last night I heard there was commotions, and it's been kind of the talk of the city. They brought out bodies, quite a lot of them. So I guess that cult is dead.
So it seems.
I'm not sure about that man though. I only saw him on the docks, but that was maybe a week ago, and that was on the Lady Horizon. I believe it goes to the northeast, and then onwards to Sudecia, maybe. I know it makes a stop somewhere in the north. That's all I know, really. So if he came from there, or maybe he went back when I wasn't around, then that's all the information I have, really.
Okay. I'll toss in the gold coin.
Come on, one more. It was pretty good information.
Well, how do I know it's true? Tell you what,
I'm an honest thief.
indeed. I'll tell you what, here's the deal. There'll be another one in it, should the information prove useful. As a thief, you have a stash somewhere, right? or a hidey place?
Maybe.
So if you tell me where it is, what I'll do is, if the information's legit, you'll find the gold coin there.
I'm not telling a random person I met in the street where my stash
Right.
is.
Well, you don't have to tell me where your stash is, but anywhere you want me to hide it.
I know. On the on the 12th pole on the second dock from the left. There's a hole on the back side of it. If you hide the coin there, I'll find it.
Okay. As I say, if the information proves worthy, and I can find the information I want and what I need to do, then you'll find the coin there.
Okay, so any more information you want
Well, you just said you've told me everything.
about the Black Rose?
Well, at the moment, no.
Alright then. Thanks for
I'm just gonna-
doing business, I guess.
Now go. Shoot. And don't let me catch you doing what I just caught you doing whilst I'm around.
Alright, I won't let you catch me doing it while you're around. Maybe.
Like it just end like £100. What gold piece? He just had like a
Yeah.
quid.
Yep.
These grams.
Yeah, so as I say, I'll just observe the dock a bit more. Obviously, just seeing if I can figure anything out.
Alright. While you're doing that, we shall return to Rickon and company who's following afterwards. Rickon,
Benny
you
Hill
are...
gang, as we like to call it.
Yeah, exactly. Just cue Benny Hill theme and you see everyone run in alleyways and they just crash into each other and yeah.
Isn't it March of the Gladiator or something like that? Epic song, but it's the circuit theme.
That also works, but Benny Hill theme is just iconic for just that scene. But yeah, Rickon, you are approaching the blacksmith that you use in your family for different things.
Where is that? Is that like in the castle or?
It's near the castle.
Oh, so I'd have to like go through security or anything like that.
No. No, but it's very near the gates to the castle, though. So it's like if you go out the gates, then it's like a left turn and then maybe 100 feet. And there's where the blacksmith is.
Yeah, I guess I stop and look up slightly at the huge ass building.
Yep.
Stare for a bit, and then I turn and I stomp off towards the blacksmith. Do I know his name?
You wouldn't know
Oh, her
that
name.
his,
Is it her?
the blacksmith's name. Let's say his name is. A name.
I told you I was visiting him this session. You should already have a name.
Yeah, I
Hey,
forgot
man.
about that detail. Let's say
Even Metal Shine.
Bertrand. No.
Really, Steel Toe?
No. Rayloff.
What's with all the Arnons? Okay, real off.
Rayloff.
Does he rouse off this name?
Rayloff Iron Anvil. There we go. And you know that he is a human. Although
Real off
he
Iron
has
Handle. Okay.
Iron Anvil.
Iron Anvil.
Yeah, and you know that he is half elf. Like he's more human looking, but he's half elf.
Get along with him then.
And he also has a daughter that is his apprentice, who is named Rita Iron Anvil.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of. What's it like? Is it like a courtyard or?
It's a small courtyard, and it has a small stable as well for his cart for when he's transporting goods, and a big blacksmith where he is currently working on something with a hammer, while you can see his daughter is currently carrying some ore back and forth.
Okay.
Not doing anything with it, just carrying it.
Yeah, she's transporting it to where it shall be used. And at that point, I would also say that Noel is catching up to you.
Right off.
Where the hell are you going?
Why are you following me?
Because we didn't know where you were going. I hope the others are coming soon. Well,
Oh God.
well, where are we?
We're at the Royal Blacksmiths.
Oh, I talked to Darius about this. I believe you mentioned it. Just in case we could get a little discount.
Unlikely.
Well, he
You
said
can
he was
see-
going to try.
You can see Bellegar coming, running with his short legs.
A little bit.
But he's only got 25 feet of movement, so it would have been extra hard for he'd have to spread.
I mean, he's used to walking long distances, but not running long distances.
Trying to keep up.
And you can also see that Cassie and Marber is kind of catching up to Bellegar as well, since they are a bit faster than him.
Yeah, Cassie's walking speed is 35 feet.
Marbles is only 30.
Well, Cassie is holding back, not leave Marber behind. And also, Cassie had what is Constitution? How do you spell that? He's not used to running. He lives in a library.
And he needs to make sure Sapphire doesn't fall off.
That too. Yes, of course. That's the reason. It's not that he doesn't know what exercise is. The only reason his skin is because he forgets to eat.
Yeah. So everyone is slowly gathering up outside the Royal Blacksmith.
I don't even know why I'm asking this, but where's the paladin?
Oh, she went to the docks beforehand.
Why?
Don't know. Just meet you at the docks and walked out.
Was there anything that made her want to go to the docks?
Well, there was a talking Dragonborn. Anything else I don't know.
I mean,
standing there.
you were present when he said that you wanted to go and he wanted you to go and investigate the docks.
He's just putting it down to Malbar being annoying. That's why she left.
Yeah. Boy, don't want to be here anymore.
Well, don't do look at. Okay, don't. I'm sorry, I'm not used to running. Don't look at me. I was busy talking to you through a door.
I look down at the dwarf.
Delegate standing there with his hands on his knees, wheezing, going, blacksmith, and you make silver-tipped crossbow bolts.
That's not what. Oh my god. Why are we going to the docks after this? Explanations. Is Lord Adolfstoff there?
Darius told us to investigate it.
For. I mean, other than potential infected. Have they found out anything more about the virus?
And what was it? His son? Look for him. And we're getting paid.
Of course, that's the only part you listen to. Ah. I just look at the Dragonborn and I'm like, nope, he doesn't know. And I turn around and I stomp off towards that. I'm like, why the fuck would he know? I stomped towards Rayloff, was it?
Yeah,
I'm
Rayloff.
just like, Rayloff!
Ah, Pipsqueak, how you doing? Long time, long see.
How does everyone recognize me? It's been like 5 years. You've already been told I'm here, haven't you?
Well, yes, but also, how could I not recognize you?
What?
Simple. It's the black-haired little young Pipsqueak as usual. I recognize my
bacon.
customers.
Mm-hmm. Well, these lot want basic silver weapons from you.
You want silver
I
weapons?
want some. Well, this lot do. I want the family speciality.
Well, I'm kind of running low on supplies for making silver weapons. So even if it's you, I guess you would still have to pay. And it would take a while to make them.
Well, I need to be involved in the making of my weapon at least, but the other silver weapons, yes.
Oh, you're thinking of your weapon. Ah, yes. Tradition. Well, what kind of weapon do you want?
Probably not something you're used to making. And I kind of show him my katana.
He takes a look at it and inspects it a bit. I mean, I can probably make a similar one, but it wouldn't be the same quality. So I guess we would have to... Yeah, we would have to get someone from Amaterasu, I guess. Or you would have to go there.
I'm working for the city right now, so I can't go there.
Well, I mean, I could silver your current katana. But it would probably take... It depends on how much work you and your friends are gonna put on me. But I could potentially make it in a day, but I would have to prioritize that, so you would have to give me a good reason for it.
Vampires, werewolves, destruction of the entire city,
Zombies.
zombies, undead. The works.
And I show him the seal from Darius. But if you don't help us, you could go to jail. A little bit of small laughing.
Or even worse, if the plague kills your customer, you won't sell anything.
This is
Just
also
getting
true.
just official business for the city. It will really help.
He looks at you, Noel, and he says, "You're not a bright one, are you? If you threaten a blacksmith, next time, expect your head to be cut off in a few seconds. You're not
That's bad.
threatening."
I made a joke, trying to be funny.
Haha, you funny. Very funny. You know what else is funny? A head rolling on the floor that I can laugh on and then take a piss on because they were idiots.
Ryland,
Wow.
And then all of a sudden I remembered, he looks like an old man, but is in his early 20s.
Now, since you're friends with Lord Rickon here, I'll give you a pass this time. But
Yes,
don't...
truly sorry.
Yes, you are.
he's apologised. Royland. Temper's supposed to run in my family, not in yours. Last time I checked. Can we cut
If you
the?
don't know an angry blacksmith,
Running?
you have never known a blacksmith.
I know you, don't I?
Yeah,
No,
you know
my
I'm
family
angry when
works
things
in the
don't go my
investigation
way.
business.
Are you investigating
Well-
me?
No, not you. Investigating for the city.
Yes. Good. So,
You get a good reputation.
So, yeah.
I already have good
roughly.
reputation.
Roughly,
So you
don't
want...
think the Dragonborn. Well, I don't think. I just said I don't think Marbon needs anything silver because he's a cleric and he can cast Sacred Flame.
Oh,
A silver dagger
assume I can.
for the blue-robed man, despite that he will not want one, but you shall give him one. Needs something to defend himself.
Well, if you insist, but I don't. I am more likely to cut myself than anything else. I'm absolutely rubbish with daggers.
Well, I have like 8 of them if you need
I'll
one.
teach you.
Well,
He. Yes. I'll teach you how to use a dagger properly.
then
The old
I
man-
shall accept.
Uses bullets. So that might be trickier for you. Loudly.
Bullet. What? Bullet? And I pull out my katana. I have one of these.
Or a katana. You can silver his katana. The dwarf is prefers bolts, was it? Does he use Or was it a shotgun that you used?
Just dip the tips in silver and we'll have them functioning.
Well, yeah, he just wants bolts.
Right. So, 2 katanas needing to be silvered. Then make some silvered crossbow bolts. Silver dagger for the roadman.
Fine.
And does the old man want something in silver, or is he fine?
Bullets. Or katana.
The old man, not the idiot.
Oh, the one in the veil, he's the cleric.
Yes.
Silver necklace.
I don't think a silver necklace will help you in this case, Mabor.
I thought we were asking for silver jewellery. What's going on?
Yeah, just he's fine. He doesn't need anything. Maybe a mace.
I can't even remember what weapon I actually have. I have a hammer.
I don't really want to give up my katana at the moment. Oh, you have a hammer.
Yeah. Oh no, I do have a mace. I found it. Yeah, it is a mace. The hammer's what I throw if I need to.
Yeah, I don't really want to give up my katana. It's my only weapon at the moment. If you could just silver one of your longswords, and I'll use that. I'm going to the docks, and I might need my katana with me, so I can't leave it here to be silvered.
I mean, you could. I guess you could borrow a longsword while I'm silvering it for you.
That works too. But
However, if it's damaged, you have to pay for it.
I mean, that's fair enough. How much are longswords?
Let's take a look.
Out of curiosity, is there anything shiny or sparkly out on display in this place?
I mean, shiny, definitely. There's a lot of shiny swords and axes, hammers, arrows, daggers, pikes, spears, halberds.
Anything that looks expensive enough for a kleptomaniac to want?
While this is going on, I'm going to be talking to Cassie's little familiar in Draconic, forgetting that it probably doesn't know Draconic.
It's tilting its head like, what the frick is this thing on about?
I'm having a full-blown conversation with it.
Sapphire would probably just look at you like, okay.
I'm listening for what you are saying.
Delego's looking at the axes and hammers, talking to himself, going, typical human workmanship.
Well, this is not just human workmanship, little dwarf. This is human and elven, but I also trained on the dwarfs. So this is not just any human quality. This is top notch. You'll find something you want here as well.
Only a human would come up with the idea to combine blacksmithing with elven blacksmithing with dwarven blacksmithing as a recipe for disaster.
You can believe whatever you want, young dwarf. But
Oh, well.
I would never sell anything that I wouldn't be proud of myself.
I'll hold your word to it.
You do that.
Is any combat recipe for disaster?
Speaking
I'm
of
pretty
disaster,
sure what
there is
we
a dual
did-
dagger.
Yeah, as soon as Cassie spots it, he's going to try to sneak over and pocket it.
You're gonna get your head chopped off.
Yep.
Make a sleight of hand check, if you will.
Can I be of advantage to this? Because obviously I'm talking to her fey creature, so it looks like I'm just talking away to the... Almost as a distraction, almost, without being a distraction.
Well, to be fair, the fair creature is on her shoulder, so you're currently following her while she sneaks over to the freaking stall, talking loudly to. So if anything, it's disadvantage.
Because
And
it
I'm
looks like
listening
she's
into
trying to
that
get away from
conversation.
me at that point.
I would say roll a straight roll, but the DC might be affected.
Come on. I'm gonna use my inspiration on that one, because I don't want to get my hand chopped off.
Makes sense.
That's better. That's a 16.
Alright. You managed to somehow pocket the knife, even though Marbor is clearly drawing attention to him, but it's not the kind of attention that goes to you, it goes to him. So
Nice.
you got now a dual dagger. And
Fascinating. The wizard is the kleptomaniac and not the rogue. Fascinating. This is not going to get us in trouble at all. Great.
Hey, the rogue works for the government. He's the honest rogue.
He is an honest rogue, yeah.
Ralof looks at you, Rickon, and says, well, a longsword would be 15 gold pieces.
Alright.
And in Draconic, aren't the customs really interesting here?
Right, 25 gold pieces. How much would the silvering cost?
Silvering. So, the cost to silver your weapon would be about 100 gold pieces. So that would be 100 gold pieces each, and that's about the same price it would be for 10 bolts for a crossbow.
Any chance for a little bit of discount? 80 gold, perhaps?
Make a persuasion check
Persuasion.
with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Guess is gonna turn his head to Marbor and just,
Uh,
what are you doing?
well, I don't think I need disadvantage with a nat one.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, again, just to see if you'd have got a nat 20.
That's my bad. It's actually 120 gold pieces, my good friend. And he walks over to Rickon and says,
No.
You
You said it.
80.
I got another good. Much obliged.
Delaga looks at the blacksmith and just bursts out. 100 gold pieces for 10 bolts. I ain't paying more than 8 per bolt.
for silvered bolts, Belgar.
Yeah.
It's not an easy feat to silver weapons. It's very brittle metal. Or something like that. I don't know anything about blacksmithing. Just, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's quite the art to be able to silver weapons.
Alright, I can pay 90 gold for 10 silver bolts.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, no.
Crossbow bolts
And now you're
are
paying
quite
120.
Mm-hmm.
Crossbow bolts are quite difficult to make and keep them the same quality. So I have to take 100 gold pieces for those. Maybe once you made a name for yourself and we gotten to know each other a little bit better, then maybe. But see, this is an investment. Now you get to see the quality of my craftsmanship.
Well, Beligod is a former mason, not a former blacksmith, so he doesn't really know anything about blacksmithing, to be honest.
He's talking about it a lot of talking.
No, but I'm sorry. I'm never gonna question you again. Please take 100, and I hold 100 forward.
He's paying up front. He is paying up front, man.
I have a few scimitars if you want them for. You can reuse the materials.
I'll say make another persuasion check.
Yes, persuasion. Not 20.
All right.
They're all
I'll cut you a good deal and let you buy it for 100 gold.
Thank you.
We're back where we started.
And I hand over 100 gold and my katana.
And regarding those scimitars,
I show him. It's from a cult. You can maybe use them as materials. I have a few. Interested?
let's see.
I believe they're of Rakshul Empire.
All right. How many?
I believe I have. Let's see, how many did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Excuse me.
I want to keep one for training, so 5 are available.
All right. Can offer you 60 gold pieces.
Yeah, I take whatever you're offering. You're the master of this blacksmith. Here you go.
You don't need to kiss ass,
Sorry.
but yes,
Noted.
60 gold
You
pieces.
do know, you do. He loves it.
So yeah, you can add 60 gold pieces for the scimitars.
Say 100, so minus 40.
Yeah.
Cass is going to look at Marbar and I don't know that language you're trying to speak, but Sapphire only speaks Sylvan.
It was a wasted conversation, wasn't it? It's rather interesting, really.
Yeah, you
I'm
had a
sure
really
it
good,
was.
good one.
Unfortunately, I don't understand it either.
Well, I can teach you one day. Maybe.
I would gladly learn. I'm always a student for more languages.
Having to listen to Marbot in more than one language is enough for me. Unfortunately, I know Draconic as well. So I had to listen to all of that.
The
Oh, I
blacksmith
still had
holds
to
a hand
listen
out.
to it.
The blacksmith holds a hand out to you, Cassie.
Yep.
Well, you want the silver dagger, right?
Well, you haven't specified the price.
100 gold pieces.
If I were to spread your name around, could you cut me a deal, perhaps?
The Royal Blacksmith.
They're all cheapskates here.
My name is quite spread already, but it is only a dagger. Roll a persuasion check.
Please be good. I'm supposed to be charismatic. Nope.
Get all our shit rolls out tonight. We're gonna come back with more fire.
I see you are a man of integrity, of course. And Cassie digs around in a pouch and picks out 100 gold pieces. It was worth a try, though.
It's always worth trying to haggle. Some are just not that used or acquainted with the arts. Maybe you get there someday.
I do need my practice. I am better at telling a fib than haggling.
You'll get there. Maybe not with me, I'm very hard to haggle with. But
So I understand.
especially with your lovely friend here giving very bad first impressions.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
walk
you're
away
talking
and
about
stand
Sapphire
outside.
or Null?
I was talking about the old man who was sort of threatening with investigations and joking around, if you will.
I walk outside and just wait. Thank you. Bye.
Belagar brings out the weapon and shield he found down in the basement crypt, whatever one calls it. The intricate rapier and the half shield, and holds them up to the blacksmith and says, "Do you reckon what these are?"
To shield and a weapon.
I was naming more specifically about the rapier. It's quite intricate.
Well, he takes a bit closer look at it and says, "Well, it's quite intricate. I'll give you that. It's fine craftsmanship, but it can't really tell who made it. But maybe." And he looks at the pommel. Think.
Let me guess. Rack Skull?
No. They are more vulgar in their craftsmanship, if you will. This, however, I believe this was probably made in Silesia. It looks like Sidesian make, but with a hint of more Western touches. So might be someone who has been there.
So how much is it worth?
Let's see. A normal rapier would be maybe 12 and a half. But it's quite intricate, so let's say 20 gold pieces.
I'll have that. You'll buy it. I'll sell it.
Yeah, it could be used to some noble. So
And
I'll take it off your hands. The shield, is that something you want to...
I can sell it too.
Oh, I can pay 5 gold pieces for that.
That'll be fine.
Alright. He hands over the gold.
There we go.
Any more shopping you want to do? Any more haggling,
No.
trading?
Not me personally. I want to.
Oh.
I want a sword. I want to go to the docks.
I'm good.
Alright then. In that case,
If I damage it, I'll pay for it.
yep. If you damage it, you pay for it. So, but
Could you silver a longsword as well? And
Sure.
make sure it's used to high heat because the paladin will be using it.
oh, I could probably do that. Yeah. I'll silver one, and do you have 100 gold on you right now?
She has 100 gold. Oh, I don't know if she'll want it there.
Yeah, opens the hand and says, "Give me 20. Give me the rest," and you pick it up.
Okay, I'll give them 20, and if she don't want it, I'll buy it, because... yeah.
Well, since there's quite a lot of work, it won't be done by tomorrow, but give me 3 days. Should be done.
We're staying at the... and I'll just say the inn, because I don't remember it, but yeah, just at the inn, and
Yeah.
I will quickly start to make my way to the docks.
All right. You guys following suit?
Yep, yep.
All right. Well, thanks to Cassie, as you turn around to leave, you notice something, and we shall see what that is. So let's see. So first, roll me. Let's see, where is it? That's not one. Where is the table? Save. No, random. It's not this one. Where the fuck is it? Ah, here we go. Alright, so roll me D4 to begin with.
D4. That's a 4.
Alright.
Whoop, whoop.
And then roll me D100.
25.
Okay. In that case, roll me a D10.
D10. 7.
Alright,
Flip a coin.
so you look around and you suddenly catch a glimpse of this vial laying around in like a small pile of hay. It's a pretty shiny bottle.
You're speaking Cass's language. The
Looks kind
instant
of like
he sees,
kind of emerald-ish.
the instant he sees it, he's just gonna look around, bend down, and pick it up.
Yep. So you pick up this vial of potion, and you kind of look at it, and you've seen this kind of vials before in your studies. So you gather that this is probably a potion of resistance. And based on the color, you gather it's probably against poison.
Nice.
So you can add a
I'll take that.
potion of poison resistance to your inventory.
There we go. And I'm gonna add that to my backpack. Thank you. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
And you guys start moving on towards the docks. And have you done anything else in the meantime, guys? Or
Nope, just observed.
So-
I'm technically kind of still waiting for people to join me.
yeah.
I was sat there thinking, right, I am doing this investigation and nobody's joined me yet. What the hell?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck is going on? And
It's like
it,
we've
it
been-
takes.
I told him I was
Quite a
going
while.
here. I told him.
So it's been at least an hour.
Did I observe anything in that hour?
You observed two people getting into a fist fight. Seems to be over some love triangle kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm staying out of that one.
Yep. One of the ladies of the night disappeared with a man. Seemed slightly drunk. You have tried to see or look at the ships to see if you find anything there, but you haven't really seen the ship the kid was
Yeah.
talking about yet. So you gather you probably have to find a dockmaster.
Hmm.
But other than that, nothing really that stands out at this moment.
Okay,
And
that's
about that time, that's when the rest of the people arrive. An hour later.
5 hours later.
I look at my watch if I had one. I look at my sundial.
She's become a homeless beggar sat there telling stories of the great adventures. Many days and moons have passed.
When I helped a small child gain a fortune. But yeah, I've not done anything.
Yep.
I spy, I believe, a paladin.
God,
Shall
someone
we?
who probably listened. And I'll. Like, there's a.
Finally, meet me at the
Was it-
docks an hour later.
I wasn't there.
No, but the rest were.
Well,
Yeah.
then,
Rickton left, we followed him.
I wouldn't
Tried to
to
convince
talk.
him he was going the wrong way.
Went to talk to a blacksmith about silvering our weapons.
Probably a good idea.
It was feeling
I've-
really difficult to work with.
It just seemed that we was on a time frame, with it being the docks and all, and I thought, do you know what? We needed to look at the docks. Guess I was wrong.
Why do we need to look at the docks? The others didn't listen. All they had was gold.
Well, it's been an hour, so my mind is a bit foggy. In other words, I've literally shut off for about 10 minutes, and I'm honestly trying to remember. But yeah, no, seriously. The docks were. Do you know, alright? My mind's just gone blank. I'm so tired.
Any cold water?
Yeah.
And I give him my water skin that's ice cold.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I drink that, but in real life, I'm tired.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I've been up since 4 o'clock and I'm shattered. So I've nearly been up 24 hours. So yeah, well, Darius said that, in fact, hit one of his family members, I believe. Was it his family member?
It was the
His brother won it. His brother
the
won it.
Felstat's son.
Yeah, sorry. Felstat's son was seen at the docks, and I thought the best place to start looking would be the docks, you know? Considering he asked us to investigate, so...
Sounds like a good idea. If they want to spread the plague, they should do it via comics.
Oh, so now you listen.
He was listening
Did
to what?
they talk about the plague before or after I stormed off?
Well, after and before.
Yep, both.
I don't know if he knows about the zombies spreading or not. Or if he stormed off by then.
Yes. Let's see.
Cassie
Well-
hadn't left then,
Mm,
because Cassie asked for a translation.
Yeah.
So we would have probably heard that part about zombies spreading the plague.
So
Yeah.
yeah, zombies spreading the plague.
And it's his son doing it.
Well, that's what it seems to be think, yes.
So, Lady of the Knights, I think, was a target homeless people. And
Hang on.
a few dock workers, I guess.
I kind of glanced in the direction that I saw the lady of the night with the gentleman that walked off.
Yep.
And do I see anything, or is they literally gone off into the other way?
They went off into the alleyway.
Well, I've been here an hour, and I've seen one lady in the night get one client. So, if they're a target, you think we should check it out?
Not a bad idea, though I am personally not all that interested in um, interrupting certain dealings.
Well, we can go so far to see. I don't want to interrupt either. It's not what I want to see. But if somebody's in trouble, then we need to kind of help.
Good
Yes.
Yes.
And
what
if
was the
Hickey turns out to be someone ripping out somebody else's throat with their bare teeth, then
I
that's
tell you
who
what,
should
just
be
send the
involved.
Dragonborn in. He won't remember it anyway.
What are we doing now?
What was it they said? A bite and transmits the zombiness. So we just need to check for a bite.
Bite marks.
Marbor, we do believe that there might be a lady of the night in danger. Would you mind going and checking it?
Well, she might not be in danger. We just want information. So
Hish?
At this point, Barbara is gonna just walk off in the direction of where the lady of the night was, just to try and find the door.
But it should be the gentleman that's in danger.
I thought,
No, it
the
was
lady
the
of the
ladies
night.
of the nights were the target.
Were they the three? I
So
believe
it would
they
be-
were the one.
In
to
fact, the male
infect
actually did seem drunk, which does kind of either say he was intoxicated or infected.
Yeah, Marba's gonna go on a hunt.
Yep.
are we
Are you guys
sticking
following?
together?
But you should probably follow him.
Yeah, we'll follow her, but at a distance that, yeah, we don't see anything if need be.
Okay. So we'll check out homeless joints. Maybe try to find a few churches with clerics who deal in looking after the homeless around the docks, specifically around the
That'll
docks.
probably be my church. That'll probably be my patron, to be honest.
Yeah. Brothels. I feel like we should really spread a warning, but I don't know.
Would a warning create mass panic?
That's the thing, but
Until we know
wouldn't
for
it
certain,
stop?
I think until we know
Yeah,
for
but-
certain that there is a danger, then we just keep it and try and protect those that are in danger.
Well,
I'm gonna quickly, while walking on the hunt for the lady of the night, I'm going to stand for a second and use detect magic.
Alright.
And for that duration, I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. So do I detect anything?
I mean,
You.
depending on how far you are, you'd probably be pinging off Cass's mage armor.
Well, I would imagine that obviously if I'm using this, I'd pick up on you guys and know that you're behind me, so it would be within 30 feet around me and I would ignore you. guys.
Speak.
You stand there for a bit as your divine magic engulfs you and the area around you. And something does ping. And it gives you this sense of rot and decay. Kind of makes you nauseous. And you sense it coming from above. And you can see this window and balcony, or door to a balcony, and in that direction is where you're sort of sensing it.
That's where Marva's gonna just start. And as he's going, can't you smell that? Can't you? Oh. And as he's just gonna get quicker and quicker. All the while he's just saying. All the while he's saying, "Can't you smell that?"
Delegor, being a relatively well, somewhat seasoned ranger, tries to sniff the air to see if he can smell it too.
There's no smell in the air at the moment.
Whose idea was it to follow the Dragonborn?
Cassidy lifts his hand and just, hi.
Give you a glare now in my eyes.
He was gonna wander off on his own anyway.
Yeah, I follow Barbell before he gets back. I'm like, Barbell, what you looking for?
Grandpa hasn't taken his medicine again.
He was going to wander off on his own anyway. Now at least he has a direction.
Barbell.
I'm walking off. I'm already I'm gone. I'm heading towards the building.
Yeah, so you get towards the building, and you can see that there's a door. You don't hear anything inside the door, however, but on the other hand, the balcony is one floor up. So
I'm gonna see if the door's locked.
It's not.
Just gonna open and start heading in.
Oh, for the love of... We have a lizard who can scout for us. I'm so sorry, everyone. Harbor.
I'll just follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this
At
point,
this point, I'm going.
I was going to say, I'm going to cast Divine Sense.
Yep.
At this point, I'm going mad. Because all I can smell is the rot and decay, and it's just affecting me in every sense of the way.
Yep. And Nessa, you do feel
Undead.
undead, definitely.
Okay.
From the upper floor of this building.
Okay. At that point, I kind of almost rush past Recon, kind of like almost just push him aside. My shield goes up, and I try and get in front of Marber. Kind of just grab hold of him and pull him back.
Alright. Everyone following in?
Yes.
Yep.
I draw my crossbow.
Nice.
I draw 2 daggers.
Clarification. Any clarification, Nessa? Don't just shove me.
I sense undead around.
Oh, joy.
One? Or multiple?
Oh, is it multiple or just the one? So it just says, I detect the presence, but not its identity, obviously. So detect all undead, I guess?
We may get several pings, so if it's just in one room, it might be strong.
You get several pings.
You
Okay.
know the location of N.
Can I point up there? Second floor, or first floor, depending on if you're English or European.
Well,
Second floor.
if you want, I can send in Sapphire first,
Please do.
and I can tell you what she can see. As if someone can hold the Dragonborn back.
I got it, and I kind of just hold him back. And it's like, Marber, shush.
And
Can't you sense that? It's so powerful.
I just kind of grab him, like, around the snout.
You smell like.
And I will roll a strength
Roses
check if
and-
you want me to see. Oh, there you go. I don't even hold him. I didn't say I roll a strength check to keep his mouth shut, but he's
Nope.
just talking.
He's just talking.
you hear a few whispered words, and Sapphire scuttles. Well, he's gonna let Sapphire down, and then his eyes will turn like that same kind of blue unseeing color again as he leans back against the wall.
Yep.
And
Sapphire's
Cassie
going up.
can't hear you or see you at this point.
You can watch Sapphire run up the stairs. And you can see a door. Just a tiny glint open. And it's enough for Sapphire to sneak in. And as Sapphire comes in, we're gonna end tonight's session.
Okay.
Fair.
And now we wait till after Christmas.
Yes.
Actually, no, it's in the new year now, isn't it?
I believe. Well, it depends. We might be back on Saturday the 30th or on the 6th of January. So.
I don't think.
I can't
it-
make the
I
time.
can't do
Yeah,
the 30th, so.
So it's the 6th.
Yeah, it's a 6th then. So.
Yep. All the way to the new year.
This was the last session before Christmas and New Year's. I hope you guys enjoyed in the chat. We shall be back on 6th of January with figuring out what's behind that door.
And that was behind door number 2.
Yes. But before we say farewell, we shall go through favorite moments, as I stole so brazenly from Ardana, who stole it from the dreaded GM. So, let's go through everyone's favorite moments, starting with Marwer. Who are you? Who are you playing? And what was your favorite moment tonight?
I'm Oopski playing Marba, the Dragonborn cleric of crazy standard. Often seen talking to many people of nondescript appearance, meaning his own mind. And my funny moment is probably the fact that we had to leave Gaz at the docks for an hour.
Yep, that was pretty.
Hashtag never
nice.
split the party.
Yep. Speaking
I
of,
thought you didn't listen.
Speaking of gas, who are you?
Okay.
Who are you playing, and what was your favorite moment?
I am Gaz, aka the Hopeless Nerd. I am playing Nessa Rose Willow, our human paladin tank. And my favourite moment is probably 2, because it's both failed attempts to shut Marber up. One with magic and one by just holding his snout. Both failed. What a fucking flop.
Yep. Can't shut down.
Marber is just not
old
meant to
man.
be silent.
The power of the geezer is too high.
I know.
You can't stop the old fellow rambling.
The old man energy is too strong.
It is.
Back in
Yeah.
my
I
day.
feel like I'm gonna start bringing him back in my day.
Speaking of old man energy, Beligor, who are you and who are you playing, and what was your favorite moment?
I am Sir Duck, playing Belegard, a dwarven ranger, becoming less grumpy by the session, and perhaps slightly more drunk. I'd say my favorite part of the session was when we tried to bribe or persuade, perhaps I should say, the blacksmith to lower his prices, only to end up exactly where we began.
Yep. Don't wanna poke around in a bad impression and then.
Try to restore it desperately,
Yeah.
and I say, let's just leave it where it is, alright?
Well, at least you ended up with ±0. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of ±0, Noel, who are you? Who are you playing, and what was your favorite moment?
I'm Emil, or Fate of Night. I'm playing the Changeling Null, the rogue sorcerer. Favorite moment? first when we left Nessa for an hour, that was great. But when tried to make one impression for the blacksmith and everything failed. And then not 20 for the normal price.
That
Yep.
was great.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Yeah.
Oh God, I remember meat spin.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Speaking of meat
Wasn't where I
spin,
was going.
Ardana, who are you and who are you playing and what was your favorite moment?
What now? Me? Okay, hi. Hi, I am Ardana or Joe or you there if my players have any say in it. I am the GM and channel runner over at the lore, right? I play Cassie Day, the half-elf wizard. And I...
Don't forget kleptomaniac.
Yes, the half-elf kleptomaniac wizard. Which is quite funny that it's the wizard that's the kleptomaniac and not the rogue. I think my favorite moment was... well, I love every moment where Marbor is doing Marbor things. But today I think my favorite moment is just Rickon going, "Why are all of you here? Like, just why? Why?"
Took
Everyone's
every
like,
ounce not to answer that.
I mean, I remember, but Cassie wasn't in the scene, so he has no idea. Why we were supposed to go to the docks? Okay, I don't know. I was talking a very angry person out of doing stupid shit.
Speaking about it doing stupid shit. Rickon, who are you playing? What's
Say
your
that to me
favorite
again.
moment?
Say that to me again. He didn't actually do anything stupid, he just went to calm down.
Yeah.
A little bit of a... My favourite bit of the day... I don't know. Yeah, the kleptomaniac thing. Finding out our wizard is a kleptomaniac, I was like, oh, no. Why?
Yep,
We already have so much trouble in the group. And now Cassie's also chaotic. Next, Nessa will be secretly like freaking mass murderer or something, you know, it's just,
Why not? I might as well do it. I've seen the other one left out, so I might as well try and do something.
I mean,
I'm slightly insulted that I'm classed as trouble.
technically, Cassie is neutral good.
Unless it's something shiny, then he's chaotic neutral.
Well, he
That
thinks
is bad.
My character is chaotic and good.
Chaotic neutral good.
Now I just
Well-
have to figure out where that dagger is going, because Cassie's not gonna keep it.
Well, Cassie thinks it would be good to have that dagger.
Yes! Yes, he did!
Wait, he doesn't even keep the shiny things he steals?
Nope.
What does he do with them?
Gives them to his friends.
Or he
Hides
just
them in magical places.
or he just leaves them at random places. Drops
Yeah.
them suddenly.
If it's a useful shiny, it goes to one of his friends. If it's not, he's just gonna leave it somewhere.
Great, we're either gonna see a blue lizard with a dagger in his mouth, trying to threaten or thief from someone, or I'm going to be taking a dagger, or one of us is going to be taking a dagger back to the same blacksmith and trying to sell his own blood dagger.
No, I have a better idea.
So
Make the lizard fight like the way they wolves did.
Oh,
so I double checked what I am. I'm chaotic good. So,
speaking of like,
100% explains Marber.
I was gonna say, speaking of selling back items, there's I don't know if anybody knows the new Baldur's Gate 3 hack or bug.
Where you put everything into a backpack and then you
Yeah.
buy the backpack for 4 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sell everything and then literally put everything in the backpack and buy it back. Just the backpack price.
Wait, what? So yours? What?
Yeah. So
you sell them a backpack.
You sell them a backpack, and then you put everything into the backpack. So everything the trader has into the backpack, including the money. Trade it back across to you, and you only pay the price of the backpack.
Oh, that's
I'm
something
doing
great.
that.
I don't want to carry around all that bloody junk again. Damn it! If I take the money,
Well, then you sell it back.
well, if you take the money, the trader won't have the money to buy my junk.
You go to the next trader and sell it to the next trader.
And they take his stuff as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You just take everybody's stuff and have hordes and hordes of stuff. You'll be like a dragon.
Oh, you right click it and send to camp.
Have you seen the
That's like
TikTok
some kind of inverse
where-
pyramid scheme.
Yeah, where somebody collected every single body they killed and kept it at camp, so they literally knew their kill count
I
by the
mean,
end. It was like 3,000 or something at the end of their fucking run.
the apartment you can buy or rent in Act 3, the stuff you place doesn't disappear between scenes, so...
You're just
There's
gonna have a
a pile of
flying
bodies
sword.
everywhere.
Pile of bodies everywhere.
I just put them in boxes or urns or, you know...
Stacking all the human males in one box, all the human females in one box, all the dwarf males in one box.
Yeah.
That's
Here
how
are my
everyone
dwarfs
thought.
corpses. Here are my goblin corpses. Here are my elf corpses.
I'm sorry,
Why do you have all these? I'm a necromancer.
I'm all
I'm
out of
lost.
orc corpses.
I'm just a collector.
I sell
Really
them.
smart! The Shadowheart gets raised dead.
Sell them to trainee necromancers.
Instead of having to go look for yes, you can just raise them in the apartment. That's popular, right?
Speaking of putting people in boxes. Hello, I'm Vitskugga, and I'm the Dungeon Master in Godless Universe.
Speaking
and-
of people who grasp at straws, here's our dungeon master. Or needles, as we found out. Yeah, grasps at needles
Yeah.
in a haystack.
Yeah, well, I put people in boxes. You can see you're all in boxes everywhere. So it's like, yeah, And, you fit extraordinarily well in there. And yeah, I am the owner of this stream as well. And yeah, all that good stuff. And my favorite moment was actually Gas's negotiation with the kid. Pickpocket. Hard bargain.
Hey. Yeah. And I got fuck all information I wanted. Because I totally forgot what I was asking.
Yeah, that's exactly what we like.
Yeah.
Didn't lead to anything.
It might live. I don't know.
We
I have to remember the deal if I do.
Yeah, we know there's a creepy guy with
Yeah. That came on the
piercings.
piercings that came on the Lady Horizon.
Yeah.
And has a black rose tattoo, but at the same time, literally anybody could have a black rose tattoo.
I know.
Wearing a sailor's dock, how many people?
Yeah. It's not my best moment.
I just
But yeah.
realized something incredibly funny.
Oh, what?
Well,
The kleptomaniac wizard is the one with the highest charisma of the group.
Yep.
That doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, I think with that we shall actually raid out to someone. And let's see, who shall we raid out to? Let's raid Ottertot, who is about to play some Baldur's Gate 3, it seems. Speaking of the game, so let's do that. And I want to thank everyone who was watching and also you who were playing. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be back after New Year's. Until then, hope you guys have a safe and beautiful winter and Christmas, and Happy New Year, and see you next time. Bye!
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.